You've set your diplomacy, built your warhounds, and now it's time to claim the map itself. In this episode, we're diving into Footholds, how to capture, shield, abandon, and retake them, and why your coordination here decides whether your faction advances or stalls. The map's resource levels rise as you move toward the center, level 6 tiles on the outer edge up to level 12 deep inside. Each new region unlocks over time, and controlling mid-zones early gives your faction more resources and mobility when the center opens. These middle areas aren't just richer, they're strategic. Every foothold you take now shapes how far your faction can push later. Footholds and passes shape your faction's path across the map. Capturing a foothold secures new territory and triggers a 10-hour shield, time to regroup or prepare for the next advance. Passes don't give points, but they decide movement. If your faction doesn't control a pass, you can't push into the next zone. Holding them is pure strategy. It's how you block opponents or open routes for allies. Each foothold level brings tougher guards and a stronger center. If the center isn't demolished quickly, the guards reset, costing your faction time and fuel. Keep your strongest headquarters closest to the guard wall for faster clears, but if you're facing opponents, those same headquarters should stay on defense. You don't want your top marches resetting hounds mid-battle. Once the guards drop and the area is secure, switch to your siege hound to break the center's durability. Speed and coordination here decide whether your faction advances or stalls at the wall. Fuel is limited, so every march needs to count. As foothold levels rise, guards get tougher, so check your battle logs right from the start. If your marches aren't dealing damage to the guards, don't waste the fuel. Save it for the center once the wall breaks. And if your attacks aren't helping demolish the center, focus on defending the wall when opponents are nearby instead. When the guard wall is nearly down, hold your extra marches and let the strongest commanders finish the job. Wasting fuel here means fewer attacks on the center. A disciplined faction clears faster, saves resources, and stays ready for the toughest foothold ahead. Abandoning a foothold isn't just optional, sometimes it's necessary. Your faction can only hold a limited number of footholds, and that limit expands as the event continues. Early on, you may need to drop a lower level foothold with fewer points to make room for the next tier, but the main reason to abandon is strategic. It lets you retake that foothold and trigger a fresh 10-hour shield. That shield means you don't have to defend it while your faction is battling for the next set of footholds. As the mid-map opens, diplomacy shifts but doesn't disappear. Most factions keep their naps on outer footholds, but the center becomes fair game. It's organized chaos, allies and rivals clashing for position while keeping the outer zones peaceful. From here on, every move in the middle counts toward ranking and control. Each foothold your faction owns adds flat points to your total. For example, a level 3 foothold is worth about 500 points. On top of that, you earn additional rewards every hour you continue to hold it, so timing, coordination, and defense all matters just as much as capturing it itself. In the next episode, we'll dig into how these points translate into ranking and the rewards that make Doomsday Expedition worth the grind.